Well, ladies and dudes, it's that time once again for another top 6 list that nobody has never done before. It has something to do with our favorite supporting characters. These supporting characters who are truly the main helpers of every single film that we all know and love, who could help out our heroes with their problems. Or in case of an emergency or whatever it is. Well, if you know what I mean. Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop 1987. This is my review for today. And today I have no review, ladies and dudes, but for today's list, ladies and dudes, it's time for another top 6 list that nobody has never done before. Something that Watch Mojo or Miss Watch Mojo had never done yet. If they can do it in the main future. And I got a genius one for it. I'm gonna do my top 6 best supporting characters who did help out our heroes in a film. And these supporting characters are truly the main helpers of the movie. You know, try to help out our heroes with so many things here and there, like a mission, or a problem, or a case of an emergency, or they are here to save somebody from the wrath of an evil enemy or something. Hard for me to say about this very tough list that nobody has never done before. And I hope everybody will love this great list. So without further ado, ladies and dudes, here are my top 6 best supporting characters who did help out our heroes in a film. And yes, ladies and dudes, I do have a couple of honorable mentions. The ones that did not make it to the list. I got Flynn Rider from Tangled, and Miriam from The Prince of Egypt, Fezzik and Indigo from The Princess Bride, Timon and Pumbaa from The Lion King, the Magic Carpet from Aladdin, the Gargoyles from The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Puffin, John, Bob, and Speed from The Swan Princess, and Jan from Nonstop. So these are the ones who did not make it to the list of the best supporting characters who did help our heroes in a film. So let's get this whole list started. Coming at number 6 goes to Marcus from John Wick, the first one. Finally, I'm gonna add Mr. Green Goblin on my list, where he did play a supporting character in a rated R film. And what the heck did he do in this movie? Well, since he did play a supporting character after all, and I feel bad for this character for having a very, 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 very small role in the movie. And yes, his character was all about that he has to be some type of higher assassin and try to make a deal with that idiot Russian dude to tell him to come by and kill John Wick. But I'm sure deep inside of his heart, he doesn't want to kill his best friend. A friend that he really cared about for all these years. So yeah, he did backstab the villain, and he did help out John Wick to take care of one of the bad guys. All he did is try to shoot a bad guy in the head with one of his guns, and let John Wick take care of the other bad guy who was about to kill him. Yeah, he did the rightful thing, sort of like in the close way at the end of the movie. You know, try to take care of one of the bad guys who was about to kill John Wick. But it's a sad shame he has to be low on the list, because when I did remember that scene in the movie, there were only 3 shots of him. Just 3 single shots. And that was pretty much it. So I had to put him at the number 6 spot. Coming at number 5 goes to my man, Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man No Way Home. A guy who is no longer a villain, but he finally became the hero for the very first time. In a supporting role anyway. Yeah, he's no longer a villain. He finally became a supporting character in a movie. And boy, I really love Dr. Octopus in this film. And I really love the part what he did at the near end of the movie. But I wish he had a little bit more role in the film and for the near end. The two best things that he did in this movie, one, he did save the two Spider-Man dudes' life from almost being electrocuted to death by Electro. And yeah, he did put that thingamajiggy on Electro's chest, so he will never electrocute anybody ever again. And the other one is he did save Doctor Strange's life from the Green Goblin's deadly sharp weapon thingy-majigs. Yeah, I really feel bad for this character. I really want him to have a little bit more of a role for the near end of the movie. He deserves a little bit better. And that's why he has to fit at the number 5 spot. Coming at number 4 goes to Sam from Taken, the first one. I frickin' love Sam. He's one of the best supporting characters I have ever seen from the Taken saga. And I can understand why Bryan Mills had trusted this dude for all of his life. And he is such a great supporting character. And yes, he did help out Bryan Mills, with this major problem about the part when his daughter, Kim, got taken by the group of the evil Papoya dudes. And Bryan Mills wants to know who the heck talked to him on the phone. And Sam said his name is Marco. He's from Papoya, and he and his bad, awful men are going to do the sex trade business deal. So yeah, Sam gave Bryan Mills some advices of who these guys are, why they're here in Paris, France, and why the heck they're doing bad things here and there. And yeah, later on in Taken 3, Sam did help out Bryan Mills again with some other major problems that came from the later on part of the movie. For the futuristic films. Well, 2 is great, 3 is not great. Well, if you guys get the picture. So that's the reason why I put Sam at number 4. Coming at number 3 goes to Pacha's family from The Emperor's New Groove. I really love Pacha's family. They were so darn likable and so darn memorable. And they're very fun characters to watch. And I'll never forget what they did in this film. Try to keep that Yzma and Kronk dude occupied while our heroes are trying to escape. From their, something. I don't know. I really like the part where Pacha's family just trapped Yzma and Kronk at, I think it's their closet or something like that, and try to make sure that they can't get out. And yeah, the kids did a booby trap on Yzma. They're just gonna make her into a chicken. Who doesn't love that very funny scene in that movie? That really did blow me away. One of the best, funniest oh heck no moments I ever seen in movie history. So yeah, Pacha's family deserves to be at number 3. And coming at number 2 goes to Vinny the Cat from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. One of the most funniest cartoon characters I have ever seen in half of a cartoon and half of a live action movie. Yeah, Benny is such a really big help for both Roger and Eddie, and he did the best he could to save them from the evil hands of the weasels. And who doesn't remember that wild goose chase scene in the movie? That was wild, crazy, and fun to watch. And yeah, if you need any help from Benny, just stick out your thumb. What else I could say about this? Such of a cool character that was played by the same actor who did Roger Rabbit. That's sad. Shame he never got featured in the shorts. They haven't thought about that. So I put Benny at the number 2 spot. And finally, the number 1 best supporting characters that I ever loved who did help out our main hero from a film that I adored the best. And I'd rather say everybody did a good job of helping out the main character with her problem. And this is one of the best anime movies of all time that featured very good supporting characters. And that is Suzu's friends from Belle. I love these amazing supporting characters from Belle. I just love every single one of them. They are so darn likable and enjoyable to watch. We got a saxophone girl who's a very popular schoolgirl, but she's a sweetheart at heart. She's really, really cute in so many ways. There was a guy who's a canoe person, and he's the comedy relief of the story. We got some computer nerd who likes to do things on her computer. And these 5 ladies. Well, one is an old lady, and the other 4 are middle-aged ones. And also a friend of Suzu who is a childhood friend of hers. Yeah, every single one of these characters did help out Suzu with her problems. You know, finding out who the Beast is, and they're doing the best they can to guide her, you know, try to calm down and just learn to be yourself and all that stuff. And yes, there is a surprising moment in this movie that nobody had never noticed, that a couple of Suzu's friends here and there, they have avatars in you. Yeah, all the 5 ladies and the saxophone girl, the computer nerd girl, and the guy who could do the canoe. Well, sadly, the only person who doesn't have an avatar in you is truly Suzu's childhood friend. I wonder why he never had his own avatar in you. Maybe he's not a big fan of you and he doesn't want an avatar that came from you. But thanks to Suzu's friend, he told her to go to you, show everybody your true self, and try to sing a song, so that way it'll be the only way you could speak to this young boy who's really the Beast and all that stuff. It's kind of hard for me to say about this important moment that ever happened in movie history. And these good characters from Belle deserves to be the number 1 best supporting characters that I ever loved, who did help out our main hero out in a film. And those were my top 6 best characters that I ever loved, who did help out our heroes in a film. So tell me, ladies and dudes, who is your favorite supporting characters of all time, in your own opinion, who did help out our heroes out with their major problems, or a case of emergency, or someone's in danger, or whatever? Well, whoever these wonderful characters are, just leave a comment there and let me know. And yes, we are at the halfway point of 2022. And like I said, this year is not that great. Really not that great at all. How we're going to find a way to take care of the other half of this year and try to make it better. If you know what I mean. Well, you get the story. And I promise to all of you for this year, I will do my top 10 best videos that I ever done so far in the year of 2022. After all, I do have a couple of them right in the top of my head. And you will see which videos that will make it to the list. And some of them will be honorable mentions. So be prepared for that one to come. And I'll see you guys later. And sayonara.